Hello and welcome in, everybody. I'm your host, Matt Sparks from NFL Fan Blitz, and this is Season 3 of Draft Room. Today we are here with Josh Saunders, defensive back from the University of Charleston. And as you may know, Josh will be the third University of Charleston alumnus to be on the show, but the first this season, as we had defensive back Jeremy Bell and wide receiver Michael Strawn, who ended up going to the Indianapolis Colts on in Season 2. So, how's it going, Josh? Just go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about where you went to high school and college and things like that.
Yeah, so I'm Josh Saunders. I'm originally from Freeport, Bahamas. I'm here right now, actually. Yeah, I moved over to high school when I was back in 2016 when I went to Liberty Christian Academy in Virginia, Lynchburg, Virginia. And then I went to my first school in UVA Wise, in Southwest Virginia. And then I later transferred 2 years over to University of Charleston, and I finished off my football career there. And I'm currently still enrolled there, doing my master's in strategic leadership. So that's some things I've going.
How does the master like that work? Strategic leadership. What goes into that?
It's more so on the management side of things in the business and just being overall like leader within like an organization. So you basically take charge and put people, assign jobs to different people. Like you want to be that person where you can like be in touch with everyone, not just one person. Like be an all around leader. Like yeah, stuff like that.
That seems like an excellent quality for an NFL player. So that's kind of cool, man. That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
too
yeah,
much for me.
true.
I don't know if I could do that. Like I'm more of a follower, all right? Uh, all
Yeah,
right. So cool. That's interesting, man.
yeah.
Uh, all right. So you came from the Bahamas, you go to high school in Virginia, and then you started out at the University of Charleston. So far at the University of Charleston, what's been your biggest accomplishment, do you feel like, as a player?
My biggest accomplishment, I would say graduating my undergrad, because back in the day, like the earlier days, that's something I like didn't see myself accomplishing at some point. I just figured I'd just get good at football and just leave early to start my professional career. So, and then entering the like going even further to get my master's is another accomplishment. So those are some things I excited, looking forward to. And one of sports wise, one thing most people don't know, I did track and field, so I did long jump, and I was a champion in long jump as well during my time at the University of Charleston. So there's just some things, yeah, that were good accomplishments.
Heck yeah, and that's awesome. I wanted to talk about that long jump in a bit, and I'll circle back to that. What was your undergraduate degree in?
My undergraduate degree was in business administration.
Cool. So, business administration, undergrad degree,
Yeah,
master's in strategic leadership. So, football or no football, you're gonna be set up. All right,
yeah, that's the plan.
that's
gotta
awesome,
have
man.
gotta have a plan B.
Okay, so strictly on the field for this next question, what has been your favorite moment as a player so far?
My favorite moment, so I would say getting to the NBC championship last year during the COVID times. I enjoyed that, like just making it there for not just myself but my other teammates. So that was some good times. We made a lot of memories during that time, even though we didn't win the championship, but it was good times.
Still, even getting there is a big deal, right?
Yeah, that's a very big
Um,
deal.
Okay. So you said you've run track or at least participated in long jump and did very, very well at that. Did you play any other sports growing up?
I played a lot of sport. I played almost every sport.
Let's hear it.
realistically. So I did a little bit of baseball, basketball. Basketball is my main sport growing up. So I did basketball, baseball, uh, volleyball, track,
Wow.
soccer. And I started playing football my senior year in high school, so I didn't know the rules or anything like that until I moved to Virginia. And then I picked up football. So yeah,
So, how old are you now, if I
I'm
might ask?
24. I'm 24 right now.
So, you just started playing football just like 5 years ish ago?
Yeah, my senior year in high school. Yep, 5 years
Man,
ago.
so only been playing for 5 years, and you've already gotten yourself in a position to be one of the best defensive backs, if not the best defensive back in the MEC,
Yep.
and you're positioning yourself for the NFL draft. That's quite the accomplishment, man. Like,
Yeah, that
that's pretty
is.
cool.
Yeah, I had guys like Mike Strachan them who was there for me, so that was a good transition into that sport. So.
So, question: we had Mike Strachan on the show last year. What's it like covering Mike Strachan? What's it like covering an NFL wide receiver?
See, so I went to high school with Mike is my cousin. Me and Mike are cousins. So I
Really?
played against Mike in high school. Yeah, I just got off the phone with him actually. Yeah, Mike is my bigger cousin by 2 weeks.
So you guys have been playing together for a while then.
Since my senior year in high school. Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
started. Yeah, but yeah,
Nice.
going up against him, it was tough. So it was a lot of things like I had to learn, like going against a bigger receiver, not just being big in size, but he was also fast too and physical. So I learned a lot going against him, like being like just coming when I step against him every play, I just have to go hard each and every play, like focusing on different things each rep. Not every rep is the same, so it make you think a lot. So you just get smarter in the technique you use and try and outsmart him as a receiver, and me being a DB. It was a battle, so it was good training and good practice going against him.
And size wise, you look like you match up pretty well. 6'2",
Yep.
215. That's good size for a defensive back.
Yeah.
But you mentioned he was fast. So to match up with him, you probably have to be pretty quick as well. How fast
Pretty
would you
quick.
say you are? What would you estimate your 40 time at?
I'd estimate my 40 time at a 4.4 right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. All right. So 3 interceptions on the season. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right.
Yeah, 3 interceptions on the season.
All right. What makes it possible for you? What do you have that other guys don't at your position?
What do I have on my side? On my position, I would think I just got a lot of physicality, a lot of smartness, and I just bring a different level of intensity, like with my game. But I try to at least. Yeah, like you said, I have a big, good size, and I can run as well. So I have a lot of things that I try to work on and just make me an ultimate DB.
I got you. So intensity, intelligence, I got it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I try to touch on every aspect.
So you said you have that. Would you consider those things? Well, what would you consider, I guess, the most important thing that someone needs to succeed at your position, specifically defensive back?
Uh, that's a good question. Someone needs to see that. I was just saying, just overall, just knowing the opponent you're going against and knowing yourself. You got to start with those things, and once you start with those things, everything else will fall into place. So you got to know yourself and know the person you're going against, know your personnel, stuff like that. And once you do all that stuff, because you're on track to be a good DB.
All right. Let's see. Last couple of questions here. What specifically are you doing to prepare for the NFL draft?
Right now I'm just at home. Well, I'm back home right now, so I just stay in shape with running on the beach, getting my legs stronger, in the sun, stuff like that. Because right now, just I'm also preparing my body to be stronger, and I go to the weight room like 5 times 5 of the 7 days of the week.
Whew.
And I just keep in touch with like not just my cousin, but like other players as well. Like keeping getting knowledge on the game. Since I'm still kind of new to it, but I learn fast, so I get a lot of knowledge from Mike, other players that are around him in the league. Like just good conversations with people. So I try to stay sharp with everything I do, physically and mentally.
All right. So you sound like you have a busy routine, so I don't want to keep you too long. But one last question before we let you out of here. All right.
Okay.
What advice would you give other guys trying to get into the league via the NFL draft?
One advice I give is don't ever let no one tell you can't make it. Like everybody have a different route, so you always got to stay patient, stay prayed up, and just do what you used to do and stay with it, stay consistent, and don't ever quit on something you want. Just keep grinding, because everything else can work out. Even if it don't work on your time, everything is all about God's time. And so just stay sharp with all that stuff.